welcome back to Crochet at my house. Today is a bit of a haul video. I didn't buy from a specific company or a specific shop. This is just from a second-hand shop, but it's a good haul. First, I will start with big bag of yarn. It's a really big bag. This bag actually has nothing to do with the second-hand store. We just reuse bags. I'll start with what's on top. First we have this, which is called Yorkshire Tweed yarn, and it's kind of a brown colour, and it's got flecks of purple, red, green, yellow for it. It's really pretty. I don't know how well it's showing up here. I will try and take some pictures to show it, but it is really pretty. It's 100% pure new wool, and it's 100 grams. Oh yeah, it's really nice. Got 6 of those. And only one of them doesn't have its band, which is this one. But it's still a whole ball. Just lost its ball band. I think you can kind of see some of the colours there. It's picked up some of the dog fur. Yes, it's really pretty. So that's the first colour. I don't know. Does it have a colour? Ooh, have a colourway. I'm going to say I can't see a colourway. I mean, it might have one, I just can't see it. So, yeah. It's a Rowan. So that's the first of it. So I'm just going to put it to the side. The next thing we have is this. And there's actually a couple of these in different colours. It's Cotton King's yarn. It's 100% cotton. It doesn't have a colourway, it just has a number. This stuff I did see on a site. I will try and link it below if I can remember where I saw some of them. Some of them I couldn't find them. Some of them I could kind of find them, but they were no longer being made, and then there were some that were still being made that were just there. So this is the first one. We have a couple of these. And we have this really interesting colour. It's got kind of orange, blue, pink, and 2 shades of brown. I really like it, it's really pretty. And this one is bluish, greenish. It's got a little bit of yellow, some pink, a little bit of purple fading there. It's really pretty. Then we have this one. It's kind of got a dark green, bright blue, sort of a corally pink, and then a bit of grey. It's a nice colour as well. A couple more of them. We have this one. This is really pretty. It's got greens, reds, a dark blue, pink, and a kind of dark grey, and some greenish tones. I really like this one. I think it's nice, and it's definitely colours that I like. We're on to this one. This one is bright blue, yellow, green. There's a bit of a kind of beigeish brown, and then grey. It's nice. And the last one, doesn't have a ball band, but it feels and looks the same. So this one has again a kind of beigeish colour, there's some mustard yellow, pinkish one, sort of a purple, and then kind of a greenish, greyish colour. It's really nice. There's a couple of those. Then we have 3 of these, which are all kind of a beigeish colour. I like it. It's Sirdar or Cedar. I'm not quite sure how people say this, but it's cotton, and it's 100 grams. Again, doesn't have a colour name or like a shade name. It just has a number. It's really pretty, and it has kind of a sheen to it, so I'm going to guess it's maybe mercerized. The next one is this here. It's a lovely bright green. It's called Freedom Sincere, and it's 100% organic cotton, 50 grams, and doesn't have a colour name. It does have a number, but just not a name. So it's a really bright green colour, and I really like it. I think it's really pretty. And yeah, a lot of the stuff they got was cotton. There's a couple of things that aren't, but a lot of it was cotton. Now there's these 2 balls, which are a really nice bright pink. I could not find any information whatsoever on these. They just say Black Friday. They don't have any like company name on them. There's really not any information really. There's no colour name. There's just how much it weighs, the fact that it's cotton, and washing instructions. That's all it has. And I did look and just could not find it. Next one I really like. It is a little bit dishevelled, but it is very pretty. You can see it is a bit dishevelled. There. It's called Silky Look DK by Cedar. I'm not sure where you could find this, or if you can find this. It's not one I specifically saw online. It's 50 grams. It doesn't have a name. Where is it? It's 93% acrylic and 7% nylon. It is really pretty. It has red, pink, a lighter pink, purple, and a dark blue in it. And I just really love this. I think it's very pretty. I got 3 of those. All a little bit dishevelled, but all very pretty. And I'll try and take some pictures of the things so that you can see them better. Oh, 4. That was 3. There's 4 of them. Right. We have another one, which does definitely have this colour. It's a very light tealish, greenish blue colour. It doesn't have a name. It does have a weight, which is iron. It's 50 grams. It's a Patterns Pure Wool Superwash. Yeah, it is quite pretty. I can't specifically find this yarn. I can find patterns obviously, but I just couldn't find this yarn. And we have this one. This one was really unusual and I could not find it. It kind of looks vintagey to me. Like the label looks kind of vintagey. And it has a really old piece of tape back here that's kind of yellowed. So I'm going to guess it's more of a vintage yarn. It's 100 grams. It's an iron weight and it's 75% acrylic and 25% wool. And it's this light cream colour. Then we have this very unusual ball of yarn, which I couldn't find anywhere online. It's cotton and viscose. It's 87% cotton, 13% viscose. It's 100 grams. And it has this written on the front. And it's white. I don't know if it's going to show up, but it has a bit of a sparkle running through it. It is very pretty, but I don't know what it is exactly. The last one, which I also couldn't really find, I found the company thing, but I didn't see this one. So here it is. It doesn't want to show up super well. It's slightly more green than it's showing. It does have this interesting kind of white and black running through it. It's 50 grams, doesn't have a name. It's 60% acrylic, 30% cotton, and 10% viscose. It's called Cisne's Magic, however you pronounce that. And there's a swan picture. And there's a whole bunch of balls of this. I'm just going to leave them down there. I didn't count them. But yeah, there's a lot of those. So that's all the yarn. Now, moving on to something that isn't yarn, but is still yarn related, we also found this book. It's a really interesting book. It's called Vintage Crochet, and there's very specially commissioned patterns in it. There's the front. Here's what the back looks like. And there's some really lovely patterns in here. I'll just show you a couple of them. And if I can find the book somewhere, I will try and link it. I didn't actually look up the book before doing this. I looked up the yarn, I didn't look up the book. So, first of all, we have kind of wrap. Then we have this dress, which I think is pretty cool. That's the back of it. I think you saw the front of it and the back, but there's the front. So they've kind of put a little ribbon through it to make a waistband bit. This one I like a lot. It's a bit of a jumper. Let's bring it closer, it might show up there. It has kind of a little pattern to it. It's got a flower tunic. Then we have a cardigan, which is very pretty, and again I've used ribbons as a part of it. This time it's closure. There's really a lot in here. Got some crochet beads. Yeah. Oh, I like this. It's a big band. It's not super like complicated looking, but it looks really pretty. I also think this is really pretty. It's a tablecloth that's been done with these really open flower squares in lots of different colours. There's a shelf there, which I think is quite pretty and interesting, and could look nice if you put it along a nice long shelf. There's kind of a set of things here. We have a teapot warmer, egg kind of cozies. There's a coffee cozy up there, like a coffee brewer. There's a couple of these covers for you to put over like drinks and jars and things. I like how it has buttons and beads and things around the edge. There's another tablecloth here. It's really pretty. It's a nice pattern to it. There's a tote. There's the tote. Bright orange. Don't think I would make it in bright orange, but it's nice. There's a little baby blanket. It's really pretty. Flowers. There's a little puppy cardigan as well. Isn't that cute? It's a little coin purse. Yeah. You can kind of see the pattern. The colour doesn't want to show up too well on my camera. There's also a doggy jumper. Yeah, and it has a wee sweet. It's cute. Like a decorated hanger. There. Do you think you could use the flowers for something else if you wanted to? There's also a bag from the front, which is literally the same picture. And that's it. And then up the back it has like how-tos on different stitches. Which would be handy if you were a beginner, or if in the pattern there's an unusual stitch that you don't know, or like sometimes you do know stitches. I've noticed this. Sometimes there'll be a cluster stitch or something like that, and one pattern, their cluster stitch will have 3 double crochet, and then you'll go to a different pattern and it'll also say cluster stitch, but it might have 5 double crochet. So that's sometimes handy, because then you can find out, oh, this person's got that many in their stitch, or that person's got this many in their stitch. Oh, here's one I forgot to show you. I think this one's really pretty too. It's like a curtain. Now I wouldn't put it on the outside of a building because that seems a little bit odd. I think they just did that for the picture, but it's really quite cute. And yeah, so that's the book, and I will try my best to put all the things that I can find. This is an older book. I did find out when it was published. It's in the front of the book somewhere. Let me see. Yes, it was copyrighted for 2007, so it is kind of an older book, but I quite like it. I think the patterns look nice. I haven't tried anything yet, obviously, but I'm looking forward to trying one or two out of it. Yeah, that's the book. That was the yarn. Remember and like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell down below.